So, by the way, crazy thing, what these guys said the other day, Andrew and all them, this is the stupidest thing I heard in my life. And they think that, alright, well, before the bat
said that he
disease,
doesn't get to hear himself talk.
before the bat disease, right, happened, anybody ate the bats in China and Wuhan and bullshit like that, right? When you go to work, did you drive?
What?
When you go to work, did you drive to work?
Yeah.
Okay, so but how many people were working from home before COVID? Percentage-wise.
I have no idea.
But you guess. If you would guess. I know you were, but guess. Percentage-wise.
30?
No, less than that. It's going to be 10%. Right?
Do you have a real statistic, or are you just guessing?
No, I'm saying. This kid was saying the other day, Andrew, was saying, not your Andrew, that Andrew was saying, oh, if I get a job and I got to drive, I need extra pay. I'm driving to work.
That's not, you're phrasing it differently. What I said was, it's a factor to consider. So, if we brought up, oh, this job is paying this much.
Yes.
And say it's $5,000 more a year.
Yes.
But you're going from working from home every day to now commuting in, let's say conservatively,
20 minutes.
say it's close to home, and it's 15 miles each way.
Yes.
So it's 30 miles a day that you're doing 5 days a week. Mm-hmm. Over the course of the year, that's several $1,000s that you're putting in gas and wear and tear in your vehicle, correct?
Yes.
So then why would you jump ship for $5,000? Why would you leave a situation that is less stressful, less time conducive, and more comfortable for that amount of money? You have to value your time better than that.
Don't you go to a bar?
I agree with the way he's saying.
Thank you.
Don't you guys go to a bar?
What's different? That's my free time.
Yeah,
Is it wear and tear
I'm
in
not
your car?
getting paid.
not getting paid to
Stop
go
it.
to the
Is it
bar.
wear and tear in your car?
That's different though.
How?
So why do anything then?
Okay,
That's what he wants to do that.
That's my free time. I can do whatever I want with it.
It's wear and tear though.
If your job,
So people go and hike and do physical activities. They get in their car to go do something.
Yeah,
So that's wear and tear on their vehicle.
Yes.
So people shouldn't have any hobbies. You should just stay at home or work. That's it.
let's talk about the vehicle. Let's talk about like you said, you value your time.
Yeah, but-
Once you have a job, if you work a job that doesn't require you to be in person all the time, so why would you jump
It's a
ship?
downgrade.
Yeah, why would you
Thank
jump
you.
ship to something that's less comfortable?
I don't know. I just think before.
That's the dumbest thing you ever heard. Really?
Yeah, because before, like, driving to work's normal. So that's part of life.
No, you're right, but like
But it's a consideration in your day-to-day
You want your plumber to fucking FaceTime you and say, hey, put this.
But
again, his job.
But what? The
requires-
plumber's factoring that in until the rate he's charging you.
So,
You did the
100%.
You don't think a plumber charges more to go from?
Sometimes they put it on the invoice.
obviously, yeah, that's part of their job.
But they factor that into it. Your salary doesn't change whether you're commuting from, for your job, whether you're commuting from Pawtucket or North Providence or Johnson, doesn't make a difference. Your pay is the same, correct? For a plumber or anyone in the service trade, they get to charge more based on they factor that into what they're charging.
I gotta drive to work. I don't consider that. Oh,
if your job requires you to see somebody or do service with somebody, it's different. But like, if I work in IT and I can work remote, why would I jump ship to get paid the same amount or whatever to go in the office 3-4 days?
No, I'm saying like you get another $5,000 like.
Homeless people.
You know, for 10 grand, I wouldn't do it. When I last worked from home, I said I need at least $15,000 to $20,000 more a year to even consider leaving my fully remote situation.
That's crazy.
It's not.
That's a car.
I respect it.
Thank you.
I respect that you put that dollar value on
It's a
your
car.
work.
You can do it. It's part of life. Traffic. There's highways.
It's all situational. Like,
I know. I just think
if
it's
you're desperate for
crazy.
a job, you'll take it.
That's
but-
crazy to me.
Why? Like, my
No,
time is worth living.
$20,000.
It's not just like I'm putting the thing on my car. It's now I got to get up an hour to an hour and a half earlier than I normally would, instead of rolling out of bed and showing up,
Isn't that
sitting
life?
at.
That's life, dude.
Yeah, but I want to. I get to dictate my life. I value it.
Now you're veering into that harder work.
It's not a lot of work. It's life.
It is.
It's life.
That's life.
Oh, yeah, you got to deal with it because you used to commute before COVID.
Afterwards, a bat. You're trying to want to eat bats.
Yeah.
And every trying to eat bats, everyone made this country. You work from home. I'm just lazy now.
That's what happened. That's the bat's fault.
Dude.
I don't think it's lazy. I mean, the companies are saving too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
how much work is getting done? But how much less productivity is getting done?
If you're hiring the right people, then it shouldn't make a difference. True.
You gotta hire fucking Harvard grads.
No, it has nothing to do with Pat's a good
If
example.
anything, you need smarter people to be able to do that kind of work.
Not even just smart, just people that can
More
time manage or self-starter and they can motivate themselves.
I know. I don't know. It's not how. It's just to me. It's like that's crazy. Like, I need another $20,000. He's just trying. No, I'm just saying.
That's his number. Maybe it's not your number.
I drive to work. All right.
You've also only like done the same. This is not knocking you, but like that's all you've known. When you've had the experience or the opportunity to do one versus another, like you get to see what the lifestyle difference is or how it might affect you. Then you put a value on it.
I don't know. Just like to be.
I would never go backwards.
I don't know. Just like
Like I get to, I
You're
wake
driving
up
to work.
go whenever to work
Yeah.
I want, whatever time I want. I'll never change that.
driving to work. I don't know. I just think going to school, you got dropped off. You drove to school, right?
But you're a kid.
Keep your options within
You
you.
don't. There's no virtual
I know,
learning when we were growing up.
I don't know. I just think like you make money, like drive.
I think you value too much the interaction with other people.
I don't know.
Because you can't
It's not my
interact.
job.
Like, you can't interact with people in your house.
No, hell no. It's like the wall.
Exactly.
Well,
So
let's-
you value that, whereas he,
Well, his wife.
he doesn't value that.
My wife works from home.
No, I'm saying
Oh.
he said you talk to a wall.
Oh,
You interact with people at home.
I didn't mean it.
Oh no, but back no. I couldn't work from home. I know I couldn't do it because I need that structure. It's not. I was talking about also like that structure helps me. Like just saying.
You need it.
That's
I need
that's your situation.
Yeah.
On my IT job, I was in the office all the time, every day until COVID.
Yeah.
And it just became like a permanent, like remote.
Yeah.
I go in the office
I
once
don't
in a
know.
while.
Yeah.
Which
When I
by
go in the office, I'm like, dude, I want to go home.
Which by the
Yeah.
way, you in that amount of time, like you've been like given promotions or raises,
I
like
have them.
you've been rewarded for work that you used to do at work in a physical office location.
Yeah.
That you've just
I feel
been
like I-
promoted.
I-
So clearly that shows productivity wise it hasn't changed anything. If anything, maybe you've like been better.
That's like my job. But like,
Does
if
your
I'm a
time-
sales rep,
Does your time go slow? Slow at work from home?
it depends. If there's a lot of meetings, which I don't like, it will go faster. I mean, it's like anything else. The busier you are, the more you're doing. The
I feel
faster
like
it is.
even when I work every day in the office, but it's fact. It's like, 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it's quicker. I don't know. I just don't think it's crazy. Like, not just dissing, I just think it's crazy. That's like,
No, I don't think that's a diss. I know I'm right.
I think it's like 20 grand to driving 10 miles up the road.
Well, once again, it depends how far I have to go.
Hey, they're driving from,
If you're gonna do your job remote, 2 days, if you could, 2 days a week or something, you would do it. Huh?
Yes, it is.
Would you do it for a little less money?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're just like a fat L. You're gonna take a fat L for the 25, 50 people that are watching this. They're gonna agree with me.
no, someone gonna agree with me.
I'm not-
Cerebral will. Shout out Matty Ice.
Hey, hopefully it
Cerebral.
goes up more. Yeah.
You will agree. No, he's not gonna agree.
No, he's not gonna agree. In fact, you are.
Fuck,
He works, he works from home.
That was mine. But anyway,
Just
rep your
go.
shit.
He's hybrid. Hybrid's fine.
Cerebral. Rep it out. Gas sweater. That boy Matty Ice. What's his Twitter handle, Matty Ice?
I don't know.
No,
I
he's
actually don't know
dope.
his Twitter.
Yeah, anyway, dope sweater.
Yeah.
But no, but I just think it's, I don't know. That's my opinion. At the end of it, I think it's being, what's the word I'm looking for? Needy. You're being needy.
Do you have needs?
No, just driving.
No, I'm saying in general. Don't you have like things you want and need?
Yeah, everybody does. Yeah, but like,
So why is it need?
I gotta
Because
drive-
want.
I gotta drive 10 miles a day for work, 50 miles a week. I need another 20K.
Yeah, but what if the job offered him that 20K?
You're not gonna take it?
What do you mean?
What if he
What
stands
if- what-
firm on that
yeah,
and he gets that offer that worked to his
That
advantage?
paid out for him, right? Like it's like a holdout almost in a way.
Like,
Yeah, I would
are,
go-
you,
If I
like, are
say,
you going to work to keep warm?
I would say, no, his thing, I'd be like, all right, I'm not gonna give you another 20K, hire someone to do the same thing. He's gonna do
Fine.
that
See
for
you
me.
later.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I just think it's being needy.
Well, everyone's like, listen, they might find
That's
someone.
COVID now. COVID made it
I think
needy.
it's just like he's
It's
just
a preference.
it's prep. Once you have, it's like if I go to a restaurant, like let's say you've been eating, let's say you've been eating McDonald's, or you just the only burgers you eat are McDonald's, but then you go to a restaurant, you get like a really nice burger, you get it multiple times. You're not gonna want to go to McDonald's. You're not gonna go backward. You want to get high quality
In
burgers.
fairness, I'll be like, I do both.
You can do both, but
I actually
I
but I'm just saying, like once you, I know that's a weird example, but like once you have something that's better than what you're used
Once you
to,
overvalue
or you
it.
feel
Right.
yeah, then you're like, oh, I only want those burgers for that. Oh, of course.
That's why,
the
like,
same.
when you've worked, like, when you've knocked, like, oh, you don't need that much money to live. Like, the more you advance in like career or what you do, or the more money you make, the more you're then exposed to different things in life, and then you're gonna want to like, you see, it elevates like kind of your exposure to things. And then you want to like more of that, or to be able to sustain it or have more. Why do you think, like, I was just to use an example, like you're getting into your own independent ventures because you don't like what's going on and you want a better shit for yourself or whatever else like you have going on around you. So would anyone want to stifle that?
I'm not gonna let anyone
It's
start.
not that. I just think it's stuff like that's.
You're trying to put
That's
like
crazy.
limitations.
I understand. Like I want to own 20K because I'm moving to a different city. That's understandable. I'm moving out of state to another job. Okay, I understand. I want 20K.
It's all
I gotta
just-
move your kids.
No, you're
Driving 20 miles a day or 10 miles a day, 50 miles a week is kind of like.
you're a sports hardo.
Oh, nah, I'm just saying.
No, you're a sports hardo, so apply it to sports.
Yeah.
T. Higgins is not a $30 million receiver,
No. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
but he's going to command
Yeah,
that
'cause
because
it's-
he values that and his
Oh.
peers value that.
Because a stupid cap.
It is what it is. You can say you can say stupid cap, but that's what it is.
Some
So-
team would say, hey, you're not a real number one.
Like,
I'm not paying you 30 mil.
Like you talk sports all day, every day. Compare it to athletes.
Right.
No athlete takes a pay cut.
Yeah. Like,
If they get more money, they're going to take it.
yeah. I could find. I gotta find someone who did 3/4 of that.
Fine.
That's fine, but they're still going to go get theirs.
And by the way, as a fan, like, okay, you could say, oh, that's fine. Like, we'll just take this X player at X amount less
Right.
and hope for half the production, or you try and figure out like how productive is it going to be based on the dollar versus how
Like
Higgins is going to be based on the dollar.
Tyreek Hill chose Miami over New York because of the taxes. Calvin Ridley chose Tennessee over the Patriots because of the
Yeah, I
taxes.
know.
Like,
And it's,
Oh,
it all
this-
comes down to
this-
money.
and it's
Oh,
nicer.
look, this shit old.
Like,
and it's nicer.
What do you think they
So-
care about? Like,
By the way, the organization was also ranked bottom 5 in like a
I
lot
saw
of.
that. I sent it to you the other day.
Yeah.
but like, look at it like the organization,
You were too.
the player. Like, they don't
Oh,
care
hold
about
on.
your opinion. They care about the money in their pocket. They don't care about your opinion.
No, I know. I don't know. I just I think I don't know, to me it's just like you want extra 20K, like you gotta like work your ass off.
Why?
Well, if someone recognizes your value,
Like, you should just get 20K. You're like,
Okay,
because
How many people do you see on the online sphere that you're like, that person doesn't work hard and they're making more money than us?
no, I'm just saying, like,
same principle.
but that's it.
Like you think this is going to replace your career, but you're not working physically hard or sitting on this couch right now.
Physically, whatever.
it's a good point. He just checkmated you.
No, but like no.
You talk about this every day, like you're gonna replace your current career with podcasting.
Ideally.
You work harder at your job than you do doing this.
But I work. I've been.
Right.
But
So let's say, well, let's say,
What? No. You've put in how many hours behind the scenes?
I mean, like I'm buying a lot of shit.
How many hours have you done behind the scenes?
I don't know. I'm
An
like,
hour?
I don't know.
a few.
You've done
Hey,
more.
who's
You work a longer day, 1 day a week, than you've done in this entire capacity of doing this.
Correct.
Yeah, but who's been?
You haven't done 9 hours of this.
But who's been steadily?
But that's not the point. You're
That's
talking
not-
about the money
but-
aspect.
Let's say
So you're
you
talking about the hard
Yeah.
work aspect.
if you get paid for this more, or you gotta like if you get paid for this, obviously you gotta be, and this is less work.
But I'm
You
not.
gotta, you gotta
like,
go working
like you
hard.
talked
right?
about some, you talked about some OnlyFans girl. All she did was have sex for
Yeah.
money. That's easy. That's not work.
It's the market.
When
No,
you have sex, do you consider it work?
Depends who she's fucking.
Oh,
Depends.
isn't sex work?
I
Sure.
guess, yeah.
But is it hard
Red
work?
light district?
Is it hard work?
Well, it might be hard for the girl if the guy looks like a fucking Shrek.
I'm sure it's hard for her mentally.
I'm sure that 15 minutes was a lot easier than your 9 hours.
Right, correct.
No, okay. I just want to say, all I'm saying is that I think that to get a 20K raise, I think people should see like, oh, he's working very hard.
That's the old school
So-
mentality.
That's not old school. I just
I
think
don't,
that's
I don't know what your boss's name is, but if he came in and gave you a proposition for, I don't know how much money you make, but if he said, okay, here, if you make 80, he said, here's an offer for 100, tell him what you're going to do more for that 20K. What would you do more for that 20K? Since you keep talking about it.
well, I do not. I go to work.
So
half
the
hour
same
early.
thing, but you want to be right. So
No,
why
no.
can I value that? But you can't?
No, you just said you should work your ass off. I just said if your boss came in with an offer for $20,000 more, what are you going to offer him more for that $20,000?
Sure, they're gonna do now. Work.
So same.
But you're not doing more.
But why would he give you this? Why would he give you more if it's the same?
You just said I'm going to do the same
As a
thing.
business.
Yeah.
I would actually, but I would show like
How?
I do not. Where
So it's the same thing. You show up, you work hard. You sound like you're not giving in the effort, and you've even said like, I mean, this is not airing anything out, but you've said like, oh, like I got this raise because I've been recognized that I'm working hard. Great, fantastic.
So apply 20,000 on top of what you're doing now. What would you do differently once you got that 20,000?
You wouldn't do anything because you realize I got that by doing what I've been doing. That wouldn't change anything. But if a competitor said, oh, we noticed
Competitor. Yeah.
Brian was doing this for this company, Now we want him to do it for us, and we would value that more. And they made you that offer for even if it was $10,000 more, you would jump ship.
Yeah, when he said 20,000, he didn't mean a raise for the company. He meant like to jump ship somewhere. That's what he meant. So like you would jump ship for more money if you did the same work, right?
That's
Like,
more-
who's your job's competitor?
I don't.
Okay, fine. You don't have to figure it out. Whatever. I work at Dunkin'. If
Yeah.
Starbucks came and threw me an extra 20,000, I'm going yesterday.
Yeah, but then
I'm going 2 days ago.
Yeah, but then you leave the family business.
I don't care.
I don't know.
It's different. I think it's different because the family business is like nuts and all thing too.
Yeah, but like.
But I'm saying I would leave that for 20,000, and you're contemplating like
Yeah, but if you're
you don't have no stake in
Yeah,
it.
but you're evaluating yourself. So obviously, if you value yourself, obviously you're gonna want more, regardless to do the same thing. Obviously,
Yeah, I guess.
and if one of the perks is like working remote,
But you
of
can't
course,
even answer. What would you do more after getting 20,000? If they said, "Here you go. Here's $20,000, but we want to know what you're going to do more." What would you do more?
No, but like I got 20K because of my work ethic, right?
No, but you just told him you should bust your ass for that 20,000. So if they gave you an offer, Brian, we're going to give you an extra $20,000, but we need to know how you're going to bust your ass. What would you do differently?
keep grinding like I normally do.
So it's the same
thing.
production.
Yep.
They're going to give you 80,000 to
Probably
continue
get more.
doing what you're doing.
Probably do more sales and shit. I'm wrong.
so that your job would change.
So you take on more responsibility.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I just don't think you should get 20 an extra 10K just for driving to a
It
job.
wasn't simply
But
that.
you're not
It was
paying it. The company is.
No, but I'm saying in general, I think that to get 10K, like, oh, I need another 10K because I'm driving 5 miles down the road on my
I
car.
don't think he meant that as like
By the
the
way,
sole
that's
reason.
not
That's not like the
that's not
sole-
my reality.
You drive 20 miles, dude.
That's- So, it's more than that's probably a little over 30. We can put it in right now.
Put it in right now, dude. Let's check.
Put it in right now. But regardless, once again, I value my time. If I'm spending over an hour commuting to work every day, plus getting up an hour earlier than I would if I was working from home.
And you were possibly making more before doing.
Yeah.
All right,
not
17,
driving.
17 miles from here.
Gillette, 17 miles an hour.
Yes,
Okay.
but 17 minutes. 28
It's not, well, maybe right now in the morning and visit. Regardless, I do the commute every day, I know.
Yeah. I didn't. It's not a horrible thing. I just think that.
No, I
You know?
cut that out.
Like, I think if Andrew's like, oh, Andrew, we're gonna move you to Pittsburgh. Okay, I need another 20K.
I mean, I would want more than that.
You want 100 grand? I'm not 100
Yeah,
grand.
I
for
would
that?
want a
move.
relocation package. I would want them to put me up in housing.
If he has to move, he has to move.
You really don't have the sense of like the logistic part of like what all that would entail.
Very simple. You sometimes send a screenshot to the group chat. Why aren't we in Fort Lauderdale? Why aren't you there?
I gotta work tomorrow.
But you can
There's
get a job
jobs
down
out
there
Why don't you go there?
because your family's here,
Yeah.
your wife's family's here.
Yeah.
That's
So,
tough to leave.
Once again, if you got a job offer to go down
No,
there, leave
that's-
all that, wouldn't you value
So
that
you-
offer exponentially higher
Right.
than what you're currently doing
So
now?
you make a 150 now, and they said, I gotta move you to Pittsburgh,
Okay.
but I'm giving you 50K extra, 20K. You say no?
Without like helping me like cost of moving or anything?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Yeah,
I
I guess.
would have
Yeah,
to
you have to
move.
think about it
Yeah.
because that's not
Right,
the
yeah.
I literally just went through this with somebody at work who was
$1 million?
relocating from South Carolina to try and
No, I don't know. I mean, okay, then.
Well,
Okay.
now it's not money. Now it's a whole like. Now it's a
No,
whole.
I think 50 or 60K
That's a
should
whole-
be like. No, 56K, like, are you moving down another state? Like, no, 20K to go 10, 50 miles, 20 miles down the road now. That's, to me, I don't think that's right. But I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
So, again, put it in your perspective. If your job opened an office in Quincy, Mass,
Yeah.
and they told you got to report to Quincy every day, you're not going to ask for more money?
Yeah, not like 20,000 though.
Dude, but you asked for more money.
I would.
You asked for
You'd
more.
ask for more money.
You asked for more. You'd want more.
You would then begin to put a value on what it is to have to make that commute and
Because now
all
they're
that
asking.
comes with it.
Because now they're asking more of you, and that's also more time. Because instead of your drive now, if you're
Your
driving.
lifestyle's going to change drastically.
Right.
Playing pickup basketball in the summer, not happening anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
So you're working 8 hours also, but then like your commute now adds like
10.
an hour. Yeah,
You're going to come home
your
more
commute adds another
upset.
hour.
I work 10 now.
You're going to come home
Right.
more stressed out because you just sat in traffic and then,
Yeah.
you know, obviously you're married, but like, you know, the last thing, you know, there's going to be days where you're like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to have to worry about dinner. I don't want to have to like
You know,
talk to anybody.
He is.
That's the reality of it.
I'm not saying this is what he's gonna do. I'm saying when you hear stories of men, you know, having outbursts and beating their wife.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying that shit is not just like
My OJ,
I'm not saying you. I'm saying like no, but seriously, that's
With the white rock.
No, but seriously, when you see stories like that,
No.
like obviously if the guy's wrong, but like that's a guy who toiled so long.
You're right.
This guy.
I don't know.
It's like I got a bad day at the office.
Like I said, we're gonna put a poll out. We'll see, get a poll. Who's right and who's
I don't even know how I'm gonna work that. I can't work that.
I could be.
Let's hit your wife wrong.
No, but like when I see stories like that, that's a guy who like just couldn't put up with the work shit anymore and took it out as his family, took it out somewhere else.
I don't know. I guess you're right. So we'll
I got a lot of work to do.
we'll get.
You know he's right.
You know what's a good question?
What?
That's a good question for.
Which part?
my-
Which one is it?
No, not that one.
No.
Well, so future reference. I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen, but I have an idea what I'm gonna do. You guys will see it. But that's gonna be a good question to ask. Not that one that you probably asked.
Pick the best that.
The one that we talked. We talked about.
Wait and see.
Is it what? Yeah, that's good. So we'll find out. And, yeah.
Wait and see.
So,
That's what we call it, teaser.
Teaser.
Call that
Teaser.
a teaser.
Strip tease.
No.
Well,
On that
Well,
note,
that would get
this guy's gonna get a Woody.
that would get us views.
No, like a foxy lady.